Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford, and I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online radio box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay? Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to y'all with another episode, people, of the Jeff Releford Show. How is everyone today? Man, I'm great. I'm sitting up here today. Just had a beautiful Monday. Beautiful Monday. I can't ask for anything more or less than that, you know? Hold on, let me tag some stuff in here. Hold on. All right. Y'all know I just got to take care of some stuff, you know, edit some things for the show and whatnot. But yes, people, we are here for the Jeff Releford Show. And I thank each and every listener and everybody who was tuning in to the show today, because we are going to have a great talk. And with this talk today, we're going to discuss boundaries. Boundaries. The good ones, the bad ones, and stuff that just don't make no sense. So, real quick, y'all know how we roll today, y'all. Let me go ahead and remind y'all where we at. Boom, baby. We are here at the Vibe Studios here at 2075 Rush Place here in Lake Station, Indiana. Yo, I'm telling you, we got a studio here, man. And what we are able to do is we are able to produce your podcast and your radio show here at the Word Church at 2075 Rush Place at the Vibe Studios. It consists of Ryan Reeder, the VNO, myself, of Redirect, Regroup, Refocus, you know, Life Coach Jeff Releford. We just gonna put the shameless plug in. Smooch Wallace, who is Smooch Wallace, baby? If you don't know him, please get to know him. And also Mary Selena K of Rock Truth Radio. We make up the vibe, and we have an illustrious studio here in Lake Station, Indiana, where we can record your podcast and or your radio show. So y'all, inbox us, hit us up, let us know what you think. We are here for you. All right. And let's not forget, people, it is Monday. It is Monday. So with Monday, it means that we are coming up with the lineup today, people. We have myself on the Jeff Releford Show from 5 to 6 p.m. and Mixtape Monday with Julian St. Chris from 6 to 8 p.m. and also the Dynamite Big Show from 8 to 10 p.m. So y'all tune into that as well. Like I said, y'all can go on to that online radio box app and y'all can just type in Biggs Radio. And when you type in Biggs Radio, you'll be able to find Chicago and Indianapolis, y'all. So I don't think those instructions are too hard. I think we can all do it. If I can do it, you can too. So y'all go ahead, y'all tap into that and check out the lineup afterwards, y'all, because it's a good lineup. You know, we got some people with some good music, some good things to talk about, good subjects. And that's how we roll here, y'all. Oh, and if you do have any music that you would like to submit, reach out to us at bigsradio@gmail.com and also 773-462-4447. Once again, you can reach out to us on bigsradio@gmail.com and also give us a call at 773-462-4447. And for all your needs, if you would just like to know everything concerning Biggs Radio, check out bigsradio.com. There you go, people. I gave y'all the instructions. Just go ahead and check it out. See what we about here. We got all the personalities, our sponsors. And, you know, you can get a feel for the dynamic of everything and everybody, the whole wave of Biggs Radio. So y'all go ahead, check it out, y'all. All right. Now that I've said all of this and we have pressed through what I need to say, what I'm supposed to say, and how I get it out, we have pressed through that. Now, y'all need to pay attention because I'm going to tell y'all the reason why I wanted to talk about this particular subject on today. I wanted to talk about it because I've been talking to a number of my friends. And one thing that I noticed, and myself included in this, is that there are things that we complain about. There are things that we deal with, but we don't set boundaries for ourselves. We just don't. Um, and a lot of times as people, we talk a great game. We talk a great game, but we just haven't set a lot of boundaries for ourselves. So I want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and just some things that we could do to just set some boundaries. Um, I'm gonna start off with the biggest one, and the biggest one is saying, "Okay, y'all know what it is. Let me see if I can hear y'all." Okay, it starts with an N and ends with a O. Did I hear somebody say it? Yeah, you right. No, that is the biggest one. I wanted to start off with saying no because no is one of those words that's very negative, right? It's very negative. It seems like that is something where uh, if you just say no, you're against everything. And I want to go ahead. I want to break that real quick. I want to challenge people to think and to say, if I say no, it is okay. Now, if you have ill will or bad intentions behind your no, that's not good. But learn to say no, because no can be quite freeing. No can be great for you. And no can mean that you are able to set boundaries for yourself. You know, we can get ourselves not out of situations, but we can get ourselves into situations that don't even need to exist just by saying no. Prime example. When we go ahead and we go through things, I'm gonna put it like this: when we network, we talk to people, we expand in our lives, our businesses. This might mean that we're making more friends, going out to places, kicking it with the other married couples or single people, however you are. I'm trying to give y'all a full scope of life with this. So let's just say somebody that you consider a friend asks you for some money. Hmm. Okay. A friend asks you for some money. So what do you say? What are you going to do? What do you do when you don't have it? Let's throw that out there. If you don't have it, the correct response would be to say no. You don't have to give people a reason, but go ahead and give them a good reason. Say no, because I'm kind of short right now, different things of that nature. You know what I mean? I tell one of my people that today. I had to tell him no. You know what I mean? And it's okay that I had to tell him no, because you got to have something for you too. You got to have a cushion for yourself as well. You never want to get to a point where you leave yourself all the way out there with nothing. This just ain't with money, people. This is with the knowledge that you have to give. This is your energy, your time, all of that. You want to make sure that you are putting your energy and time into the right places. So sometimes saying no is okay. So, but again, you go ahead, you have some little bread here and there. That's for you. You can say no. You can say no. And I'm going to challenge you. If you're going to give, just give from the heart, give freely, and give expecting nothing in return. Okay. There's a reason why I say that while we on the subject of boundaries today, because if you go ahead and you just give freely without looking for anything back, that means what you're willing to do is you're willing to give from the heart now. Okay. You're willing to go ahead and show compassion to people. You're willing to look at different situations or talk about certain subjects where now you can just say, okay, well, I didn't give because I had to. I gave because I wanted to. So that is a healthy boundary to set for yourself. But while you're giving, know your limit in giving. It is okay to say, what's the word, people? I hear you saying it. No. Yes, it is okay to say no. So, with that being said, like I said, no is the biggest one. And sometimes you got to know, is it okay for you to say yes? Mm. Like I said, no can have a negative connotation, but look at no on the positive side for y'all. And no, because sometimes when you say yes, yes can be bad. Mm. Yes can be not a terrible thing for you, but it can be bad depending on how you look at certain things. So when is it a good time to say yes? It's not a good time to say yes if you're tired. It's not a good time to say yes if you have put so much into what you're doing already and nobody or nothing, or you have done nothing, or you haven't seen anybody who can help refill the cup a little bit. I'm not saying you have to be dependent and reliant on people. No, I'm saying is get you around some people that can help you actually refill the cup. I got some friends that I can hang around that can actually help me refill the cup. Okay? It all makes sense. That means you want to be around positive, like-minded people. As I say all the time, positive, like-minded people, iron sharpens iron, boom, bada bam. Okay? So set the boundary of being around people that you want to be around. So when you say yes, you're actually doing it. Now, this is for your immediate circle of people. Okay? This is for your immediate circle of people. But what do you do when somebody outside of your immediate circle asks for something? Come on, y'all. We've all been there where a homeless person or a claim to be homeless person, because people be out here perpetrating now, y'all. Y'all know it's one spot when you come back from your drive from work where that person be holding up the sign. And I've seen it with my own eyes. Where the person was hanging up the sign, they had it for a short amount of time. They went to a car, got into a car, and kept the money that they had collected. I'm trying to tell you, it is real out here. People will perpetrate homelessness. But we have all sat up here and we have said when we could have said yes to, like, maybe just gave a couple dollars. And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say this. I give, just telling y'all what I do, and it could help. Maybe this could help with your frame of mind of giving, or maybe it would help so you don't kind of worry so much about what somebody is doing with whatever you give them. I'm not saying it has to be money. It could be anything that you give them. If you choose to give because you're giving it freely. Okay. This is how you develop a healthy yes. Okay. I'm giving y'all a key. This is how you develop a healthy yes. Go ahead and give freely because you either have it or you want to. So for instance, there are a couple things that I've given up in a way. Okay. I've given away a mixer. Shout out to Miss Ovita, because I got to get you that dang mic too. I'm gonna probably have to come up there to the Born Rich so it can just give you the mic and hand it to you in your hand so you got it. But, there was a need. There was a conversation we had about something that she wanted to start. I said, you know what? I have a couple things that I got for you that I know that can help you and you can benefit from. And guess what? I gave because I had, not looking for anything in return. So I want to tell y'all, if you go ahead and you do something and you don't look for anything back in return, that tends to help. Because now you did it, it's done. You ain't got to worry about it no more. It doesn't have to be on your mind. The only thing that should be on your mind is if you tell yourself, I made a mistake and maybe I should not have given it up. That's on you. You can't blame the person. You slap the accountability back on your end, and that's how that part works. But that would be a healthy yes. That would be a healthy way of you learning your limit of a yes. So y'all ponder on that real quick. We are sitting at a 1:15, so we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will also hear from the sponsor as well. And I got a bone to pick with your T-Mobile. I got some things, some stuff I want to know. So we'll be right back.
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him, Zach.
First, I had cable, but those cords weren't me. I needed to find new Wi-Fi.
And he cried.
Let him cry.
So he switched to T-Mobile. Home internet with 5G. It runs on their network. Just plug it in and you'll see.
What a feeling!
I have Wi-Fi now.
Can't stop streaming.
Have some wasted child.
I need home internet from T-Mobile to fulfill my life. My life. Yeah, what's up?
We have T-Mobile now.
Party's back on.
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys are fine.
Boom, there it is, people. As you heard, we are sponsored by T-Mobile, people. That was the last commercial that played. We are sponsored by T-Mobile, and we do have an internet box that is in here that powers everything that we have to make sure that you have a great stream, great sound, great quality. People, it takes internet to run the world nowadays. So y'all go ahead and get you some T-Mobile internet. Please do. Thank you so much for sponsoring the Jeff Releford Show. And I'm looking for an upgrade for this iPhone T-Mobile. You know, I say it every day. I say it all the time. I say it when the show's not even going on. You know, it would be nice for you to just send the latest one. What they got, the 16 out now? Just no. I got a 13. So we 3 phones behind. So I'm waiting for the upgrade, T-Mobile. But big ups to T-Mobile, sponsor of the Jeff Releford Show. And so, yes, we are back, people. So we were talking about what? The healthy yes, the healthy boundary, the healthy yes, the good yes, right? The good yes is knowing to give or to do a certain task or thing, and you're able to do it. You shouldn't have to force yourself to do anything. That's a good, healthy boundary for yes. When you can say yes, it's because you can do it, or you have the ability to do it. And the biggest part of that is you want to do it. So that's a healthy yes. So, and also, people, understand that through a yes or a no, people will try to take advantage of you. Okay. This is another common denominator that I've had with these conversations with my friends. Okay. That I've heard from people. Okay. When you choose to say yes or no, depending on the type of situation it is, you just might make someone upset. You just might give them the response that they're not looking for. But you have to be okay with that within yourself. Okay? If you ain't doing nothing with no malice or malicious intent, nothing like that, it is okay to say yes or no. You have to let that person deal with whatever else they got going on. That's their emotions, their feelings, the whole nine. So let them deal with it. And since you set a healthy boundary and you set a healthy limit, guess what that does for you? That keeps you at peace at all times. That's what it does, people. It keeps you at peace. I'm trying to tell you, if you go ahead and you set the healthy boundaries and the limits in the now, that will help you for later. It always does. If you focus on the present first, it makes it a heck of a lot easier to focus on your future. Your now dictates your later. Always remember that. Your now dictates your later. So let's not procrastinate while we're trying to set these boundaries. Let's not take it to heart when we try to consider. Be nice and consider people. But just know that your mental health, your stability, how you feel, your strengths and your weaknesses that you need to know about yourself they are more critical to you than they are to someone else. They are more critical to you than to somebody else. Remember that no one can build you but you. Let that sink in. No one can build you up but you. What I'm talking about is doing the work. That's what I'm saying. Doing the work to want, attain, and achieve better. No one else can do that for you. So you have to present that to yourself in a way where you can find it to be feasible. You can work around it. I don't care if you got kids. I don't care if you got a husband. I don't care if you got a job that keeps you there all day and night, whatever it may be. Learn how to work around it. Learn how to work around it. And setting these limits of yes and no help to determine that and do that for your life. I'm telling you, man, start saying no to people and make sure your no means something. Have you ever said no to somebody and you said it and you was okay with it? Like you were literally okay with it. You took the emotional part out of it and you said, no, I cannot do this because I cannot do this. And it was legitimate. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. Sometimes, y'all, we say no and we don't have to say no. Sometimes the reason why we say no can be it can seem very ill will. It could be very ill or intentfully ill towards people. You can say, no, I ain't gonna do that for them because I ain't want da 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 da. Okay, well, don't think about it like that. Okay. Don't catch no attitude. Don't say you don't want to do something for somebody. Put some wisdom behind it. Like, for instance, there are certain things that I won't do for certain people because they need to do it for themselves. And this ain't everybody. I'm just letting y'all know this ain't everybody. So I'm just confusing people. So for the people that's listening, for my people that are listening, if you sit up here and you think that's you, you'll never know that it's you at all. Because I do the best I can to treat everybody the same. I do the best I can to love and move in fairness. So that's another thing too. When you're trying to set these boundaries, have a creed to live by. Just don't be out here saying yes and no to any and everybody and anything out here, right? Don't do that. You can't do that because you're going to end up burning yourself out. You need to have a certain creed or standard or setting to operate in. You have to. You have to. And I can say the best thing to do is to say no and yes in love. Some of y'all might not know what that means. To say yes or no in love is to consider yes or no in understanding that it has the best person's interest at heart. Ooh. So what does that mean, Life Coach Jeff? That means you are considering others in your decision making. Now, I didn't told y'all this. I didn't told you already to set the boundary, right? I have told you to set a boundary for yourself, and now I'm telling you to, or at least try, because you don't have to take the advice. At least try to consider the thoughts of others and how your yes or no will affect a person. There is such thing as tough love, people. And what I like to define tough love as is me giving a yes or no, knowing that it will actually build up the person if they go ahead and take advantage of what's in front of them. Now, a lot of times we might see something. We could see the good in front of somebody. We can see that. But a lot of times people like to make up excuses. We have all made excuses, people. Let's raise the hand. I don't care if you're driving in your car and listening. I don't care if you're sitting at home. I don't care. Raise your hand because we have all made excuses. And one common denominator that we all do know is maybe if we didn't make that excuse for the thing that we actually wanted, we would have it by now. I'm going to let that sink in. Might just say it one more time. Maybe if we didn't make excuses or procrastinate or slow down or impede on it, what it is that we actually wanted because of fear, we could have been scared. We could have been the fear of the unknown and not knowing, that actually hindered where we could have been. And that's a fact of reality. Now, there are a lot of people that love to say, well, God ordains a purpose and a time, and that's him and everything. And that's true, too. But I will tell you, if you are moving in something and you are doing good at it and you have good intentions behind what you are doing, I am a believer, and I will tell you that God will come behind you and bless that. Now, if you don't believe me on that, try something and do it. Try something with goodwill and good intention and see if God will go ahead and if he will bless it or he won't bless it. Because again, people, when we sit up here and we talk about these things, I've talked to y'all about faith. I've talked to y'all about other things of that nature. And one of these creeds and things that I live on is faith without works is dead. So that means if I have, let's say, for instance, I didn't have this computer right in front of me, but I still need to do a show, right? I knew the only way that I will be able to go ahead and give y'all what y'all need is if I bought this type of computer. So what did I have to do? I had to have faith that this is what I needed. I said, look, this is it. This is a preference. Now, it could work with any computer, but I want this one because it can help run everything that I have here. It has enough processing power, the whole nine. I've done the research. I know it will work. So you have to have faith that once you get this thing, you got it. It's there. It's going to work for you. It's going to work in your favor. That's how you have to believe in what it is that you are trying to do and be successful at, or just living your life in general. You have to look back one day and say that, okay, everything is okay. If I don't want to do something, maybe you might have to say yes or no, because you realize that that's something you're fighting and you're battling. Now, I get it. There are some people who are people pleasers out here, and they have no limits, no boundaries when it comes to yes and no. And that used to be myself too, y'all. And I still carry around some of that on my back, yo. Oh my gosh, man. When somebody asks me something, I want to do it with everything in my being. I do. I want to do it with everything within my being. But when you actually start thinking practically, you start to think realistically about life, what's going on. Can you actually do this? Can you make this time? Can you do this? Can you do that? Do I have enough wherewithal to get this done, to get that done? You start asking yourself these things, and you have to be realistic about it. No need to go up here and say yes or no to something, and either you could have done it, and now you wasted the opportunity, whatever the opportunity may be, or if you say yes, now what you did was you overwhelmed yourself. So you're either going to miss an opportunity or overwhelm yourself. You have to make sure that when you set these boundaries and limits for yes and no, according to your life, that they line up with what it is that you are actually trying to do. And I get it. Wanting to save the world sounds great. Wanting to be there for everybody sounds amazing. It's one of those things where you look at it and you say to yourself, all right, man, I can just be a better person if I just did A, B, C, X, Y, and Z. But what do you do when burnout happens? What do you do when it's too much for you? Right? When something is too much for you, you got to make sure that you got some balance. Ooh, we people, you got to have some, just a little bit. I'm trying to throw the bone, just a little bit of balance. If not, you will go crazy. You will run yourself crazy trying to go ahead and save the whole world out here. It don't take all that. I'm serious. It don't take all that. You got to let your light shine. You got to let your light shine among men. That's what you got to do. Just let the light shine. Let that show. Let your good work speak for itself. And sometimes your reputation can come back and hurt you too because of those yeses and nos, and sometimes those maybe so's. Yeah, I had to add in the maybe so's in the game too, because with those maybe so's, that means you're what? You're indecisive. And sometimes you don't want to make a decision while you are indecisive, while you're trying to weigh out options. You want to make sure it's clear. You want to make sure your yes or your no is concise. You want to make sure that you have whatever you're trying to put behind it. That's what you're going to do. You're going to put that behind it. You want to make sure you flood it with everything that is good. Flood it with everything that is positivity. That's how you succeed in anything that you do. And that's why I want to talk about boundaries today. Because when it comes down to these boundaries, man, sometimes we have a misconstrued way of thinking when it comes to what it takes for all of us to make it, what it takes for all of us to do. And if you just simply set the boundary and you do it, it'll work for you. I guarantee you it'll work in your favor. But we at 1:30, so we have talked greatly about these limits and these boundaries, man. We're gonna talk a little bit more about this. We still got 30 more minutes. We're gonna talk a little bit more. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna run these commercial breaks real quick, and we will be right back.
Hurry up! The game's about to start!
We're underway. He's marching down the field. Now the defense is unraveling before our eyes. What a play! Oh, looks like he's hit a snag. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. I've never seen anything like it.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% back.
Juicy, beefy, grilled. Flavor this good is made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
Boom, baby. We are back on the Jeff Releford Show. I'm telling y'all, man, some of these commercials, they be quick, man, you know, because we got a show to do. We got people, we got companies to represent, but we got a show to do. Who likes BK out here? I know I love me some good Burger King, man. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. I didn't have to lay off the burgers. BK, I love what y'all do. But, man, I got a double cheeseburger the other day that was out of this world. It was the most fire thing in the world. Maybe it was just because I was eating at McDonald's and I didn't know what that good burger really felt like. That was my yes, people. That was my yes limit and boundary. I said, yes, I want this burger, even though I'm starting to pack a little bit more in the stomach and it's getting rounded out. I don't care. It's my stomach, and I'm going to eat that double cheeseburger. But y'all out here messing up people's lives, man. Y'all making us fat out here. This is terrible. Good food, but you're making us fat. BK, I love you. But this is why we're going to segue into our sponsor with T-Mobile, because T-Mobile owes me a phone. We have a wonderful internet box that we have in here that is amazing, that powers up everything that we have here. And T-Mobile is a great sponsor to have. You know, they fit the brand, baby. And, you know, I'm glad that the Jeff Releford Show is doing that for them through Biggs Radio Chicago. Shout out to Biggs Radio, baby. Let's give a shout out to Biggs Radio, because that's who we are coming through today. Yes, yes, yes. So I had to get that out. I had to get that all out, man, because y'all got to know. Set the healthy boundaries of yes and no. Just do it. Because I'm telling you, how many of y'all really want peace of mind out here? Wouldn't it be nice to have peace of mind for yourself? Wouldn't it be nice to go ahead and to move on and into this world, knowing that since you have set healthy boundaries of yes and no in your life, that you're not going to be affected. You'll still have some hard times here and there, people. I ain't saying life gets easy just because you set the boundary. No, it's supposed to get a little bit easier for you in that personal space of yours, because now you know what you will do and what you won't do. You know what you can control and what you cannot control. It allows you to perfect, not to make it perfect, but to get closer to perfection with your decision making. Because I'm going to tell you like this. Nobody is perfect in their decision making. Nobody is perfect. We all have good. We all have bad to outweigh. We all have something to outweigh. Because I have sacrificed things before, man. I'm telling you, when you sacrifice certain things, you take a look at it. You say to yourself, okay, if I sacrifice this, what will I lose or what will I gain? That wasn't even a good whistle. There it is. That was a little bit better. But think about it. What will you lose or what will you gain? This is very big when you have a team. Okay, this is very big. I have to stress this. This is very big when you're part of a team of people. I understand why people love doing work on their own or by themselves. I understand why. It just helps. It makes sense. You can complete your vision. You get it done. Again, collaborations or anything of that nature, it has to make sense and it has to line up with your vision of people, of how you want to reach people. It's got to line up. If it doesn't line up, you'll get a lot of stuff misconstrued. Chaos will happen. Y'all ever been a part of something where chaos just a brood, where you were just in something and chaos was just all in it? Maybe not from the start, but from a certain point on until you decide to leave, baby. That chaos was there, and you knew it was there. And if you would have said no, come on, if you would have said no, because you should have said no, you would have been all right. But I get it. I understand. Like I said, nobody is perfect in their decision making. But it's great to always want to strive for perfection. So do that. Nobody said you got to get it right 1,000% of the time. That's why I went over 100%, because you bound to mess up. You are just bound to mess up. If I sat up here and told you how many times I made wrong turns or left turns or right turns, and because it takes time for everything to line up and to make sense in life. It takes time. but you have to be willing to work at it. Just be willing to work at it. Let me tell y'all something, man. One of the greatest things that you can do, one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself is your ability to try. That's one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. That's one of the greatest expectations that you can have for yourself. If you try, that means you're actually loving yourself. You care. You want to see something good happen. Try. Give it your all. Give everything your all. Everything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's just your life. I don't care I don't care if you're going to school for something. I don't care if it's on your job and you're trying to do better. Give it your all. And don't stem away from that. You should want to strive to give your best at every single moment and time in your life. Ooh, come on now. I know what I'm saying for people. A lot of that is I'm going to be honest. I understand. A lot of that is a lifestyle change for you. A lot of that is a boundary and limit that you have, a new boundary and limit that you have to set for yourself, because now you're trying to change something, right? You're changing your pre-existing condition. And what I mean by your pre-existing condition is the way that you think. And now you have to change the way that you think. And now you have to start setting these new boundaries for yourself. It has to all make sense. Because in the beginning, it's not going to make sense at all. You're going to tell yourself, maybe I'm being selfish. Maybe I'm coming at people too hard. People are going to get angry at you and be like, well, why are they acting like this, that, the third? People are going to say these things to you. But it's a part of it. It's all a part of it. Everything that I have said that would help today, that would help for this day, for this moment, is a part of it. And at some point in time, you just have to embrace it. Got to embrace it. Thank you, Dashe. She said, you better talk. You know, I love y'all. I love it when y'all come on. There it is. You better talk. That's what I'm saying, Dashe. I'm just trying to keep it real for the people. I'm trying to let them know that when you have these limits and boundaries, it's a change. It's a lifestyle shift. You know, it's a whole shift. Nobody said this joker was going to be good for you. Nobody said that it was always supposed to be great. And let me talk to my people that you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, or whatever it is. Nobody said relationships were going to be easy too. You got to press your way through them jokers because you know what's on the other side and you know what you have with that specific person. Unless they ain't dogging you out, cuss you out every day, slapping you in the face. And the same goes for those men too, and women, because women will hit a man. I've seen it. And a man just got to be there like, okay, and take it. It happens. Nothing in life is supposed to be easy. Nothing is. Nobody was ever successful because they had it easy. And then for the people that just had things given to them, you come to find out that they still have to learn something. They have to put in some type of work. This could be with the family business. This could be with anything that's passed down from even if you have a ring that's passed down from generation to generation in your family, there's work that you have to do. You have to protect it. It's still something. And then if you lose that ring that was passed down from generation to generation, you're going to dang near have a heart attack out here. The point I'm trying to make people is that all of this is all pertaining to the same thing. With setting the boundaries, with setting the limits, with making sure that you're able to perform at the best level of self. You know, that dictates a lot of your decision making. If you're able to perform at the highest level of self. But again, nobody said that this was going to be easy. And I feel that one day, if all of us can wrap our heads around that part of it, then it will all start to make sense. Then we'll do less complaining, right? We'll do less of you get on my nerves. Then it'll be a lot easier to accept people for who they are. Still hold people accountable. Come on now. I'm not saying that because we human. You still have to hold people accountable. There still has to be a level of standard set for some type of goodness, for some type of people to show good in the world. So hold people accountable. It's okay to tell them, hey man, you did this wasn't right, or you made me feel a certain way. And it's interesting because I've even heard people say, well, you can't even say you made me feel this way because you are in control of your feelings. When I heard that, I almost fell out on the floor. I said, oh no, I know they didn't just say that to me. They just cussed at me. They cussed at me. They cussed me out when they said that can't nobody make you feel a certain way because you are in control of your feelings. I had to sit down and think about that for a minute. I really had to sit down and think about that. Am I mad at the person or am I mad at the situation? Let's dig deeper. Am I mad at the person or am I mad at the situation? Because you love the person, at least you're supposed to love the person, right? You love the person that's standing in front of you, or you have some type of level of care for the person that's in front of you that will give you a boundary. And if it hurts, you can let them know it hurt. Let them know how it makes you feel. But at the end of the day, you can let somebody know how something you said makes you feel, but you have to change the way you feel about it. Because understand that the world is not always against you. Now, that was the point I'm trying to make. You got to understand that the world is not always against you. Some people say and do things, and that's just who they are. And it's not intentional. They're not out here trying to go ahead and say something to quote unquote slander your name or be evil or be mean. Some people just are the way that they are. Now, you can slap that accountability on them. You can tell them how it made you feel. You can tell them, maybe because everybody don't operate like that. And your statements they just may be true. They may be true. But you have a right to do that. So just always know that you do have a right to do that. Regardless of what people will say, bump it. Because you got a right to do it. You have a right to express. You have a right to share. And if you set a boundary, know that you have a right to express and share why you did that with somebody, or you don't have to express and share it all. But don't have an attitude to say, well, it's none of your business. Don't give them an attitude like that. Don't, because a lot of times we put attitude in the words that we say, right? Come on, let's just be real. Let's just be honest. When we give responses to people, a lot of times we go ahead, we put attitude behind it sometimes. I'm guilty of it. Shoot, I do this to my wife all the time because there are certain things and I'm just like, yo, for real, that's bothering you. That shouldn't be bothering you. But I have to remember, that's her. That has nothing to do with me. Why am I taking on that extra emotion? I can be understanding and show empathy. That's what I got to do, right? It's my wife. I should show empathy and be understanding towards her wishes, the needs, the wants, her thoughts, those types of things. I should be able to do that. We should be able to do that with people, especially if you have friends. Call them your friend, sympathize, show empathy, show somebody that you care, because those things are very big and key in relationships. And I'm not talking about a physical relationship or just a boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife. I'm talking about every type of relationship that you have. Even if you have a friendship, that is a relationship that you have built with a person. So it's key and it's critical. But just remember, there are boundaries in your relationships, people. So with that being said, we have 15 more minutes left. Man, the time is flying by, baby. We're going to go ahead and give y'all one more commercial break here. And then we will be right back to the Jeff Releford Show.
Hurry up! The game's about to start!
We're underway.
On Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation.
Hurry up! The game's about to start!
We're underway. He's marching down the field. Now the defense is unraveling before our eyes. What a play! Oh, looks like he's hit a snag. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. I've never seen anything like it.
Can't stop adding stuff to your cart? Get the Bank of America customized cash rewards card. Choose the online shopping category and earn 3% back.
Bold, juicy, beefy, grilled, Flavor this good is made by Flame. Taste the difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5 at Burger King.
With so many choices on Booking.com, there are so many Tina Feys I could be. So I hired body doubles to help me out.
Splurgy Tina loves a hotel near Rodeo Drive.
Oh, Tina. Wild Tina booked a farm stay to ride this horse.
Glenn Close?
With millions of possibilities. You can book whoever you want to be.
That's my line.
Booking.com.
Yeah.
The most patient among us know to be a slow sipper is to enjoy your drink from McDonald's longer than anyone else. There are drinks, then there are drinks from McDonald's.
It feels like spring at the Home Depot. Time to stop and smell the roses. But why stop there? Let's smell the freshly cut grass, a little sawdust and lumber, and maybe a couple steaks too. And a little something for the patio. And then let's stop and smell the roses. Everything you need for spring at our best prices of the season. That's the power of the Home Depot.
For 159 years, the YMCA of Greater Toledo has been at the forefront of fostering positive change and empowering lives in our community. The YMCA is committed to empower success in our youth. Why? For you. Over 1,000 kids attend classes weekly, with a staggering 75% of Y kids in pre-K fully prepared to enter kindergarten. Summer becomes adventure for 700 kids each week, attending our summer day camps from June through August. And our Y Achievers program helps to guide our teens, shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Our commitment doesn't stop there. The YMCA is dedicated to promoting healthy living, creating the foundation for lifestyle changes. Why? For you. Over 800 people per quarter are participating in accredited chronic disease programs. These life-changing programs focusing on diabetes, blood pressure, heart health, and healthy lifestyles are at full capacity, a testament to the impact they have on our community members dealing with life-threatening diseases. The Y's commitment to youth and healthy living help us stand out. But what truly sets us apart is our ability to bring people together. The Y is for community. Y for you. We collaborated with 500 area partner agencies, working hand in hand to make meaningful, positive change in our communities. With 11 YMCA facilities, 10 branches, including store camps, we recorded a staggering 1.4 million visits in 2023 alone. We proudly served 75,223 members, with 37% benefiting from financial assistance, ensuring everyone has the opportunity to participate. As we embark on our 2024 annual campaign, we invite you to join us to be a part of something bigger, to empower success, promote healthy living, and to bring people together. When you think about all the impact the YMCA makes and you ask yourself why, remember, it's for you, for you, for you. Why for you? Why for all?
Sorry, party's canceled. Waiting on the cable internet guy. Tell him, Zach.
First, I had cable, but those cords weren't me. I needed to find new Wi-Fi.
And he cried.
I didn't cry.
So he switched to T-Mobile. Home internet with 5G. It runs on their network. Just plug it in and you'll see.
What a feeling!
I have Wi-Fi now.
Can't stop streaming. Have some wasted time.
I need home internet from T-Mobile to fulfill my life. My life. what's up.
We have T-Mobile now.
Party's back on.
Do it again with your shirt off. You guys are fine.
Hey, what's up? And we are back. It's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to y'all on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago. Man, we have had a great show for today. Man, this was definitely one that I hope helped y'all out. You know, we just got 10 more minutes here. Nah, a little less than 10. I really hope that this was something that helped y'all out for today, man. Not me singing along with the team. Look at the fans. People just look at Dashe out here. She says, not me singing along to the T-Mobile commercial. See, that's what I'm saying, girl. See, you want some of that T-Mobile too, don't you, Dashe? I know you do. You go ahead. Y'all be talking, but every time I talk to you, though, y'all be talking about my phone. Let me take you down, because y'all be talking about me. Y'all be saying that service ain't good, but T-Mobile has gotten me through. So I thank you, T-Mobile, not just for the phone, but for the internet service as well. Thank you. Thank you. But like I said, y'all, I really hope and pray that what we did was I was able to say something to y'all today that really kind of got through. Like I said, I want to talk about these limits and boundaries with people because they're needed. They're warranted. You know, you got to look at yourself sometimes, and you got to have that sanity and that peace within yourself. And if you have that sanity and peace within yourself, always look at it and say, okay, what can I strive to do to keep it? What can I do to make sure that we are all good on this level with it? Because I want to make sure that I can at least control that part. I might not be able to control the outer instances that take place, right? But I know for a fact I can control within. So, y'all, just hope y'all paid attention today. I hope I left something that resonated with y'all. Let's give a few shout outs. I've been missing out on the shout outs to Michelle Perea in the house. I know Michelle Perea, Auntie TK, Ovita Ivy, the D Stark Show, and Dashe Keys, and to each and every listener and viewer out there. I appreciate each and every one of y'all on the Jeff Releford Show tuning in every Monday from 5 to 6 p.m. Yo, this is what we do. We just like to give people some good stuff out here. That's all we do. We like to give people some good information, some good talk. And, you know, when I had a guest on, we share and give some keys to the people, you know? So, all right, y'all. We can go ahead and sign off, baby. All right, it's your boy, Life Coach Jeff, coming to y'all. And remember, tune in to the Jeff Releford Show every Monday from 5 to 6. And let's get ready for Nino Nagash, people. Come on, man. Nino coming up next with some good music like he always does. And then from 8 to 10, from 6 to 8, it'll be Nino. And then from 8 to 10, we'll have Donnelly Biggs hitting us up with more of them great hits, man. So this is how we roll. I appreciate y'all and thank y'all. And I love y'all. And as always, peace out. Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Jeff Releford. And I thank you for joining me on the Jeff Releford Show. Because listen, you could have been doing anything else today, right? But you chose on your way home from work, or if you just at home chilling, to tune in to the Jeff Releford Show. Now, real quick, I want to say this to you. Go ahead, tell your friends and family to download the online Radio Box app to your Android or your Apple device. So that way you can go ahead and listen to us on the go. And what you do is from there, you type in Biggs Radio Chicago. Okay, Biggs Radio Chicago. And also listen to our sister stations in Indianapolis, Indiana, Pasadena, California, Atlanta, Georgia. And once again, you are kicking it with Jeff Releford on the Jeff Releford Show on Biggs Radio Chicago, the voice of a new generation. Let's go.